Hi T-Nation, Tom Morrison here, and Jenny and I want to give you an awesome way to increase your ankle flexibility that is actually training and not just stretching, because nobody likes to stretch, it's boring. So the importance of ankle flexibility when it comes to especially your squat depth and just how your hips feel, it's one of those things that can be a massive limiting factor. So for Jenny to get down to a good depth in her squat, her knees need to be able to travel forward that little bit and to go over the toes so that she's able to get to a nice depth. If we take that away from her, you see straight away the bum shoots up, she's having to lean in order to keep her balance, she's going to fall over. So what we want to do is achieve more of this range, and one of the best ways to do that is to use a split squat. Now I'm not talking about the Bulgarian split squat idea. We're looking for a deep split squat that is actually going to challenge that range and actually give you more than what you would have in the squat. So what that looks like, if we just start off, first of all, we'll just get Jenny to demonstrate without a weight, first of all, set the weight down. So we'll go for just what it looks like first. So from here is, we're looking to get the knee as far over the toe as we can. Now, when you first try this, you'll probably find that you get stuck a little bit somewhere, and over time, as you practice this, just if you stick to it, you will start to increase that range and get lower. So this is what it looks like. Jenny's holding on to the bench right now. You could hold on to even just a rig post, something to take the element of balance out of it. I was about to say the element of surprise. Take the element of balance out of this so you can actually focus on getting down deep into the range. Now, how to change this into a training element is to add a weight. So we've got a heavier weight here that Jenny's going to hold on to. So she's using the bench, she's holding on the same side as the leg she's working on, and she's holding the dumbbell on the opposite side. So she's using the weight almost to help her to get down to a lower position. She's going to go through 10 reps here, keeping the heel down the entire time. So she sinks down, she pauses in the bottom for a second, gets a nice deep stretch, and then she presses back over it. So she does 10 reps on one leg first of all. And whenever she's done 10, she'll then change straight away, no rest. She'll face the other way, and then she'll go on to the other leg. So almost, I would count it from the bottom. So when you're at the bottom and then you press up to the top, that's when you count your one. You go down, your starting position is like right down at the bottom. So don't try and rush through these. Get a deep stretch at the bottom of each one. To do the other side, you just face the other way. You're holding on first of all. You're sinking yourself down. Use the weight to help you. You can even lean the weight a wee bit more in front of you, and you'll probably find that it helps to get you deeper. As well, you can play around with the torso position. You can even start to lift the chest up a little bit more and start to work there. So you're actually going to be working on, like I said, developing more range with your ankles than what you'll even need for squats. So this would be the likes of the range for a pistol squat. Really, really good exercise. There's tons of benefits to the knees and the hips here as well, guys. So it's a really beneficial thing to do. So you do 10 on each side, and you guys are going to do that for 2 full sets. And again, this is part of your warm-up before you go on to your leg session. So this is going to make sure that everything's ready to go so you can just jump right into your workouts. So the heavy weight, first of all, once you've done your 2 sets of 10 each leg, you're then going to bring in stability, okay? So there's no point in just passively stretching something. Even though we are using the muscles to some extent here, we want to add stability to this so that you're more likely to keep the range. So Jenny now has 2 dumbbells that are slightly lighter. She's holding them both, and she's going to try and replicate that same range that she was getting when she was holding on, but without holding on. So now we're challenging the stability here. The foot's having to work a lot harder. Think about grabbing the ground with your toes. You're really looking to think about that foot is just rooted into the ground. You go slow, strong, and you're still trying to get that stretch down in that bottom position. And same thing, you do 2 sets of 10 each leg. This time, because you're not holding on the bench, don't worry, you don't need to turn face the other way. You can just stay facing the same way the whole time. And each time over the time, whenever you're doing this, you're practicing this, it's a great thing. You can progressively load over time. So the weights that Jenny would actually use when doing this would actually be much heavier than this. So you can build this up over time, and so that you're able to, like I said, progressively load this. So you're going to build muscle as you're actually doing this as well, and you're just going to be improving your mobility the whole time. So it's a great full joint exercise. Strengthens the knees, ankles, and the hips. Awesome. And like I said, just over time, you'll find that you're able to get lower and lower and lower. Big things to look out for. Main faults would be the knee caving in inwards. You don't want that to happen. So you're looking straight line, knees over toes the whole time, like that. Boom. So 2 sets of 10 each leg, each variation, and that will be you warmed up for your session. You'll hit your ankle mobility, your hips are going to feel awesome. It is a great thing to add to your overall training and will improve how your squat is and how your squat feels. Okay, guys?